today. In the Quincy murder trial, the testimony has largely focused on forensics today. Prosecutors say Timothy Bliefnick shot to death his estranged wife in February. Much of this morning's testimony came from Quincy Police crime scene technician Emily Pizzella. Pizzella testified about her investigation of Rebecca's home on Kentucky Road, where she was found dead. She testified evidence showed an outdoor chair was moved against a wall and broken window in the back of the house. Pizzella says Rebecca was found with bullet holes in her hands, her torso, and other places. She also testified numerous crowbars were seized at Timothy Bliefnick's home weeks after the murder. That includes several crowbars, one of which was tested for DNA. No media outlets can broadcast or stream the trial live. WGEM News does have a reporter in the courtroom. You can watch a feed of the live blog of proceedings as they happen in real time at WGEM.com. We will have a live report on the proceedings tonight on WGEM News at 5 and 6. And once today's court proceedings conclude, you can watch gavel-to-gavel coverage on demand on the WGEM Smart TV app.